we're ready to go. So this is the first set of 2018 for the babies. We have a couple of Sunshine Beaches in here. Miss Brampton Beast, she's up front with Danny O'Brien. Bottle of Red, that's a Heston Blue Chip filly, Ricky McPhee. I got a giant Sunshine Beach colt with Frontier Beach. What you got there, Steve? Cabernet. Have Frontier Cruise, Sunshine Beach colt. Really, this is her first day with Hobbles. Let's go. My colt just got the hobbles on yesterday. First, obviously, Miss Brampton Beast has had a couple of weeks, same as Bottle of Red and Cabernet also. So the three fillies up there have all had their hobbles on for weeks. The three here at the back, this is their first and second day, so they're a little shy, if you will. For a big colt, usually I thought this colt, we were almost not going to wear them on him today. I said yesterday. He's going to be, it's going to take him a little while to get gated up. And man, oh man, he took right to the hobbles. Usually they burn quite a bit the first little week in the hobbles. This guy never burned a hair. He's just got a really natural, nice gait to him. So this is I don't know the mare. It's a Sunshine Beach colt we picked up at Lexington. I know where we bought him. We bought him from the Spring Haven consignment on day 3, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Easy, bud, easy. That's a boy. That's a boy. Good boy, good boy. Come on. That's a girl. Bill Belly looks good today, too. You're all right, you're all right, you're all right. You're all right. Relax. You're all right. That's a boy. I think the out here. Usually just go about 2-3 miles with these very most. I got to do with this guy today. You know, he's a big colt. I don't want him getting discouraged. These hobbles are going to tire him out. But it seems to be good so far. Easy, big guy. Easy. You're all right. That's a boy. It's okay. It's okay. You're all right. That's a boy. Just go around them. It's okay. This guy's going to have some kind of nice gait when he grows up. Look good. Look good. last year. If you look at and how the race, it was a very good year. The horse made 65,000. Then you look at Sunshine Inn, the only other Sunshine Beach we had last year. She was just sick all summer. And, you know, we made some adjustments to the way we train our horses this year. And also, notably, the way we vaccinate our horses. I thought that maybe we did a good job vaccinating last year, but not nearly good enough. So I sat down with the vet the other day, and we're going to have a very aggressive vaccination program and regimen for our horses. Through 2018 into 2019 and into the state season, and see if we can't keep these guys a little more healthy. That's enough for this bunch today, I think. It's enough for these guys. Last thing you want to do is discourage horses. I want them to work, and I want them to work hard, but we don't want to be out here. Yeah, that's it. We don't want to be out here discouraging them. So that's more than enough for these guys. Wiggle, the light was pretty impressive today. That's the first time she ever had a set of hobbles on in her life. Both these Sunshine Beach colts, the one I went with, Frontier Cruise, this was his second day. Come on, buddy. And then the horse coming behind me, Sunshine and Shade, that's his second day with the hobbles on also. So a pretty productive day all around. So far, anyway, in set number 1, with some good-looking horses, we had 3 Sunshine Beaches. We had a Better's Delight, a Heston Blue Chip, and I think we had 2 Heston Blue Chips. No, an Art Speak and a Heston Blue Chip, sorry. So that's it for set number 1. Everything worked well. Everybody stayed up. Everybody behaved. It's always surprising, and I know we get emails all the time from people saying, geez, it's hard to believe how quick you guys get them broken in sets. Well, like anything else. Play baseball or you play hockey, there's time to play, but when you're on the diamond, there's time to work too. And when they're out on the track, you know, we only have 8 months to put the proper amount of work into them and teach them how to do them right. And I'm a firm believer that every day they're out here doing something wrong is a day that you're wasting time. For us today, I'll be about teaching them about the hobbles and teaching them to behave in groups of horses and for the rest of the year.
Horse racing is a great sport, and now you can have a horse in the race, own a little, and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning horse ownership experience. Purchase as little as 1% of a racehorse and pay a set monthly fee. No surprises, modest investment, low risk, and completely accessible and transparent operations. TheStable.ca offers a unique, engaging racehorse ownership experience and features great customer service and consistent updates about your horse. Our innovative video production team tracks your horse's training progress, and clients are encouraged to visit the horses at any time. TheStable.ca is right for harness racing, and if you want to have a horse in the race, it's right for you too. For more information about The Stable, email Anthony at TheStable.ca or call 519-400-4263.
Congratulations, you're finally free to be the same as you used to be, or change what you usually think. Either way, it's been a hell of a week, I'm sure. You could keep holding on to the dream you've been holding for oh so long, or surrender to the way of the world, and it spins too fast and your feet kind of hurt, but keep walking. Keep walking, keep walking. Keep walking. And keep walking. Keep walking, keep walking. Keep walking. If I had $1 for every time that I needed $1, I wouldn't be writing songs. I'd invest those dollars in subprime loans and eventually CDOs. I need a lot of dollars, so I might get close to losing my mind. Dollar bills shouldn't feel so nice, but if that's all you want, then kiss your interest and hug your stocks. Just do what you have to do to be alive, and if that includes hunting dollars, then you have your right. The most beautiful things in life are free, except for pizza. It's super sweet. It costs money, costs money, costs money, but other things are nice. Sunsets, the fresh wind in your face. Sunsets, the fresh wind in your face. Sunsets, the fresh wind. Sunsets and the fresh wind.
So we got set number 2 here. I think we had 9 sets today. Set number 2, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 babies, 6 baby trotters. We have Bend Over, who's an Uncle Peter up front. In the 2-hole there is an Angus Hall colt, Enduring Strength, I think his name is. And then sitting third is Effusive. Now everybody's talking about Effusive. Effusive is the brother, obviously, to Muscle Mass and Muscle Massive. I have little Hunchback Harry here. I have the EL Titan colt, Anteros. He's a sway back. Everybody laughed and giggled when we bought this horse. I wish everybody looked as good as this guy does. Easy, easy. Look at him pick up speed. And then he runs. You're all right, you're all right. 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. Come on, bud. Enduring Strength, look, he's gonna take a round at a Danny there. And sitting 5th is Taimal Kazam. That's a big, giant cadaver colt. He's a full brother to Taimal Houdini. And then Jason's taking up his usual last place in position with Susie K. Susie K is a first crop, very, very moderate sire. He's a son of Muscle Hill. His name's Climb Higher. Now, I drove Climb Higher when he was 2 or 3 for Blair Burgess. And then he sold him to Ben Bergeron, and looks like he may have injured himself. He only ended up making 50 or 60,000. Yeah, that's him, yeah. Come on, bud. Hey, don't. Go get them. Come on. Let's try that again. Try that again, that maneuver from earlier. Come on. Come on, bud. Easy. Big colt's looking to get Danny yet. Come on, big guy. Behave, big guy. Behave. Hey. So, sitting at the back was Taimal Kazam. It's pretty hard to miss him. He's a giant. And Susie K is also there. And she is underway, 3rd on the outside. She's by, as I said, a son of Muscle Hill. Out of a first foal out of a mare that, if I'm not mistaken, made $200,000 or $300,000. And took a mark of 154 or 155. Just a curiously bred horse that obviously an Ohio bred that we were interested in. Big guy going back to the front, enduring strength. He might find himself being an enduring gelding here in another month's time if he keeps that up. Last thing we want to do is get the Angus Halls hot. Trot's nice, eh? She's a beautiful filly. This guy here is pretty smart too. That's a boy. But stop. All right, behave. Jason needs to, you're gonna have to put an open bridle on Jason. He made front there and he's gonna run off on everyone. Easy, big guy. We'll go once more around. Let everybody get a shot. Easy, big guy. You're all right. The big colt that time, Sam trots really nice. A lot of these bigger horses, you can imagine, it's a little harder to get them gaited sometimes. Big, heavy horses, they get tired. It's hard for them to do their work. Give this guy one more shot at them. Come on, big guy. Go get them. Go on. That's a boy. Take your time. Take your time. Take your time. Get moving. Come on. Go get him. Ah. Come on. All right, that's enough. Come on. Get over here. Get over here. So that's set number 2. That's Time Alakazam up there in the front. Enduring Strength is second. I'm sitting third with Anteros. Then we have Susie K. Bend Over, and Effusive. Those are the way we finished up. We're going to pull up and go back, and we'll be right out with set number 3. Curtis, you can cut my mic, buddy.
said it was the single best day of their life, that's right. Love is like a compass, gonna find true north, gonna find you. Love is like a compass, gonna find true north, gonna find you. Gonna keep you in my heart until you come to me. Keep you on my mind until I breathe in your kiss. Hold you like a promise, hide you like a treasure. You'll be home soon, you'll be home soon. I've been looking for you, where you been so long.
So we're back here with set, I always lose track in the middle. I think this is set 3. These are Pacers. Yeah, this would be set 3. So I have an ArtSpeak filly here. It's the first time I ever went with Fusspot. But old Fusspot's hobbles are about 9 feet too long. I don't know who put them on her, but they're too long. But she'll pace in them. She's a fiery little bugger. Up front is the half-brother to Mo Better. His name right now is McPherson Thunder. Two of a kind Hanover just went by me. I think she's a Heston Blue Chip or an ArtSpeak. I'm not sure. I think she's a Heston Blue Chip. And then, I don't know who Ricky has in the 2-hole. Hey, Ricky, who's that? The two at the back here were just gated up. Hey, Ricky, what horse is that? Oh, Classy Will. Classy Will's the I'm Gorgeous colt that we bought from Joe McLeod's consignment of Sugar Valley Farms in the Ohio sale. And then at the back we got the two. Now this is first day hobbles for both of the guys at the back. This is about the 3rd day for Fusspot. Classy Will's had them on a month. The surprising one, McPherson Thunder's only had them on about a week. He's a 4-year-old right now, that colt. He looks great. And then right beside me here is Brush Cut with Jason on the left. And on the right is Mary with Rockin' Out Loud. That's a Thinking Out Loud filly that we bought, the well-bred filly. I told everybody the story a couple of times in email, but when we went to go look at that filly, Rockin' Out Loud, we weren't actually looking at her to buy her. We were looking at the trotter. The trotter who was selling just a little bit after her, I think. And we got to, I was with Steve and Amy. Oh, there's that horse's shoe right there. The horse lose a shoe earlier. Found it. We were there actually looking at a trotter, and this filly was in the back, the corral, like where they keep 7 or 8 horses that are ready to go in the ring. And Steve Palermo had said to me, geez, what do you think this filly's going to bring? And I looked at her. It's a first crop, Thinking Out Loud, first foal out of a mother who's a full sister to a horse that went in 48, made 1.2 million. His name was Blue Moon Stride. And then the 3rd dam, of course, is the dam of Better's Delight. Roll with Joe, no pan intended, classic card shark, just stacked with breeding all the way through. And Steve thought she'd bring around 70. I thought she'd bring around 55 to 60. And when the bidding started, we still weren't interested in buying her. It was just a game. We were just kind of pricing the horses. Something we like to do at the sales, and the bidding stalled at $22,000, which was, from my perspective, and obviously Steve's, and a lot of people, I think, the perspective was that was way too low. I made one bid on her at $24,000, and we got her. And what people don't realize is that a lot of these sales, what happens is somebody would look at a horse like her, same as I did, and say, she's going to bring too much. She's not really what we're looking for. Maybe she's a little small, and people would pass her by. And what happens when the horse goes in the ring and they're not bringing as much as they should, what happens is people think to themselves, I missed something, I made a mistake. Something's wrong with the filly, obviously, that I didn't see, and they don't bid on it. And that's why you have to be prepared when you're at a sale like that. And this filly, there's nothing wrong with her. She's perfectly put together. She's well bred. This is her first ever day with the first day ever with the hobbles on. And she looks great. So no concerns or complaints here for sure for this filly. See if I can grab this shoe. This is Sunshine and Shades shoe. Oh, I caught it. Got a horseshoe up my ass. Boys don't realize we got to stay together, eh? Come on, girl. Yeah, sometimes they get up, they get looking at the horses, and they don't realize there's 5 other horses way behind them. Jason's around for that. Bus pot. I bet you I can catch them. I don't think you can, but I bet you I can. Oh yeah, she looks awesome. Bus her. Bus her. That's a girl. Now hit your stride and go get them. Easy. I think that's where these hobbles that are 9 holes too long come into effect. 3 holes shorter and I think she'll be perfect. Oh, she's pacing good now. Easy. Don't get excited. There you go. Go get them. You're all right. You're all right. You're all right. You're all right. She likes to put her head down and get at it, this filly. Easy. You can't go that fast yet, honey. She can go. She's gonna catch them in just a second. If she ever races, she gets a look at them, she wants to get at them. Easy, girl. This little filly can dance. Easy, girl. She's gonna dust them in just a second if she stays at it. Easy. Easy. Look at them. She's all business, this girl. Easy. Yeah, we'll just pace around and then pull them up. I told Mario I could catch them. I knew he couldn't, but I could. Lord Lifton, can this thing pace? Whoa, girl. Easy now. Maybe we can leave her hobbles out, I guess. I don't know. They're pretty long on her. Easy, fuss. Easy. Ah, 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 ah. That's enough for today. Uh-oh, Tubby Danny. He got her. Easy, girl. Danny said he got a flat tire. Turn. Turn. My goodness. Pretty hard not to like these Art Speaks. My God almighty, they all gate good. They all got great attitudes. This thing can pace fast. Like anybody that knows, you can see how tight the hobbles were on this filly, or how loose they were on this filly. She hit her top speed. Man, oh man. Certainly didn't feel long, but they are. It's a good group of horses right there. McPherson Thunder looks like a beast. Little filly here is as fast as a car. Rocking out loud, got gated up today and looked good. Two of a kind Hanover looked good. Brush cut, who's the other one? Classy Will. It's a good set. Good set of baby pacers. So to recap, I had a Art Speak. Mario had her Thinking Out Loud. Danny had a Sunshine Beach. Steve had that's a Heston Blue Chip, right, Steve? One of a kind. Yeah, but it's a Heston, right? Two of a kind. Oh, it's an Art Speak. Two of a kind Hanover's an Art Speak. Another fill. Got a nice gate there. Classy Will look good. And Jason at Brush Cut. He's a big, huge Heston Blue Chip colt. Come on, sweetie. Let's go. Come on, we gotta go. That's a girl. Go. That's a girl. That's a girl. You can shut the mic off, Kurt, obviously, if you haven't already.
Harness Racing Update is the sport's most comprehensive and trusted news source and the fastest growing publication in the game. HRU has you covered with award-winning features and commentary from some of the sport's best writers. Stellar photography, race news, results, entries, handicapping, and video replays. The industry's most comprehensive sales results, and Harness Racing's best reader feedback section. And it's all delivered free of charge to your email box multiple times each week. See why HRU is the most trusted news source of the sport's most important people from all facets of the industry. Subscribe today for free. To subscribe, just go to harnessracingupdate.com and then click subscribe for free.
So we got 4 here and 1 catching up. Sebastian Ray just come on the track. Ricky's gonna catch up with him. Mario's got Classic Con, right? Classic Con. I have a horse that I think is one of the sleepers this year. I'll be honest, I didn't pay much attention to this filly. She was broken going. The guy said she was going good. If you can see her head on, I imagine you will at some point. It looks like she might touch that inside knee. It's one of these horses, though, when she gets going a little faster, she might actually get over it. And one of our most talked about horses, Danny's going with in Harness AM. And one of the least talked about horses, for some reason, is Overdue Mission. Another Man of Many Missions filly, beautiful filly. She's up front with Steve. So we got 5 in this set. Ricky's just catching up. All pretty sensible horses. I know that Overdue Mission broke great. This filly here, they said she was a little cranky when they broke her. She must have been kicking a little bit, but man, oh man, she's a sweetheart out here. If I was forced to pick one flaw, it would be she does come a little close to that inside knee. Now, where's Curtis? Curtis, can you get out in front of us and see if you can get a head-on shot? I don't know if that's possible or not. To get a head-on shot so people can just see what we're talking about. The filly that I'm going with, when she trots, she comes very close to her left knee. You're gonna go from behind. That's all right too. I don't know if anybody can see it. It's obviously not something that's concerning in the first week. If this is February and she's training and she's hitting that knee, then yeah, something to be worried about. But if she speeds up a little bit here now, it almost looks like she's going to clear over top of it. And that's been obviously the easiest way to get a nice gated trotter over their knees, just to add a little bit of weight to their front end, whether it be toe weights or bell boots, and they'll trot usually right up over top of that point of the knee. You'll see horses sometimes wear those knee boots, and they're extended a little higher. They're called knee and arm boots. And that's because some of the horses that get up over the knees will still touch up on their arm. Not a big deal. Lots of good trotters have worn them in the past. What I love about this filly, you can see her, she's trotting, she's trying to learn. Like, she's looking around, but she's focused. You put her in gear, she's all business. See, she sees that whip of Danny there. You gotta let them see that. Come on, girl. You can see how quick this filly accelerates, though. And she does, too. She looks like she's gonna trot right over top of that knee. Easy, girl. Easy, girl. And she trots a little wider when she speeds up too, which is another good thing that trotters will do sometimes. Show them a little bit of speed and they end up trotting up and away from the knee. When they're going a little slower, you'd swear as a driver that they're going to hit their knee, and then you get in the race and they're nowhere near it. So actually that looks like, this is the fastest I've seen this filly going, and that looks exactly like what I'm talking about. She's a little bit wider and a little bit higher than it looked like she was going to be going slow, which obviously is something that makes me happy, because she looks like she got a great gait. She's got a great gait and a nice way about her on the track. She moves very fluidly and very well. So don't mean to hog up the whole broadcast with Compass Rose DC, but she's been a pleasant surprise for a filly we didn't pay a lot of money for. She trots really nice. And then of course, Harness AM, the Father Patrick filly beside me, she's a beautiful filly too. Very well bred. This is a filly with Scarlet Knight in her bloodline, a horse from Europe. Very nice trotter in his own right. And one of the horses we don't talk about, as I said, is right behind me to my left, Overdue Mission. And Overdue Mission is a good-looking horse. Hey, Danny, just tap the brakes and let Ricky catch up there. I think Ricky forgets what day it is today. Sometimes when the horses make breaks, obviously ours are trotting really good. It's easy to get away on a horse that makes a little break. Sebastian Ray's a little ways back, getting gated up. Looks like you might need another set of bell boots on him. He'll be along for the last lap, and then we'll call it a morning. But for these horses anyway. Surprise too, classic con trot's really nice. This is the Conway Hall New York bred trotter we bought at a Goshen. Actually, before Mario started with us, he had called me and said, hey, have a look at this colt Goshen. I like his video, I like his breeding. Tell me what you think. We ended up buying him for $12,000. So that's the horse you see up in front of everybody right now. Classic Con is his name. Just gonna wait for Sleepy Ricky to catch up. Easy, girl. And then we'll go a slow lap here, let everybody finish up together, and that will be it for set number 4, I believe. Maybe 5? No, I think it's 4. Set 4. So that's the grouping here. We have a Conway Hall out in front of us. We have a Father Patrick. We have, what is Compass Rose DC? I think she's an Uncle Peter, if I'm not mistaken. We have an Uncle Peter. We have a Man of Many Missions. And then we have a Sebastian K. Sebastian K catching up. Here he comes now. Easy, girl. Easy, girl. Love about this filly too, there's a filly that's only been in a group once in her life. There's little Sebastian. He's a filly that's only been in a group once in her life. Just follows right on a helmet with her ears up, not scared of anything. She absorbs a lot of information. There's Sebastian Ray right beside us. It's a well-bred colt. We give a lot of money for that colt in Lexington. We give $50,000 for Sebastian Ray in Lexington. So obviously high hopes for him. I think he's probably our most expensive horse so far. It'll be Sebastian Ray. Anyway, that's the 4th set. It's a good-looking group of trotters right here. Some of them have been going for a week or so. Some of them a little bit less. Some of them a little bit more. But all in all, good-looking group. Okay, Kurt, you can cut my mic. Oh, tell you one thing, I like this filly here, boy. Compass.
Horse racing is a great sport, and now you can have a horse in the race. Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning horse ownership experience. Purchase as little as 1% of a racehorse and pay a set monthly fee. No surprises, modest investment, low risk, and completely accessible and transparent operations. TheStable.ca offers a unique, engaging racehorse ownership experience and features great customer service and consistent updates about your horse. Our innovative video production team tracks your horse's training progress, and clients are encouraged to visit the horses at any time. TheStable.ca is right for harness racing, and if you want to have a horse in the race, it's right for you too. For more information about The Stable, email Anthony at TheStable.ca or call 519-400-4263.
Congratulations, you're finally free to be the same as you used to be, or change what you usually think. Either way, it's been a hell of a week, I'm sure. You could keep holding on to the dream you've been holding for oh so long, or surrender to the way of the world and it spins too fast and your feet kinda hurt, but keep walking. Keep walking, keep walking. Keep walking. And keep walking. Keep walking, keep walking. Keep walking. If I had $1 every time that I needed $1, I wouldn't be writing songs. I'd invest those dollars in subprime loans and eventually CDOs. I need a lot of dollars, so I might get close to losing my mind. Dollar bills shouldn't feel so nice, but if that's all you want, then kiss your interest and hug your stocks. Just do what you have to do to be alive. And if that includes hunting dollars, then you have your right. The most beautiful things in life are free, except for pizza. It's super sweet. It costs money, costs money, costs money, but other things are nice. Sunsets, the fresh wind in your face. Sunsets, the fresh wind in your face. Sunsets, the fresh wind. Sunsets and the fresh wind.
You want my love, then I watch you fall back and stare. Now you got me all worked up. Gotta get you out of my head. Why run from your love? Run away from your love. You gon' miss out, don't let me leave. Swear I won't come back. Broke my heart selfishly. No, I won't come back. All I can do is make believe that you gon' come back until I have you next to me, next to me.
So we got a compact set of 5 here. Danny had a doctor's appointment. He had to leave, so we got Todd Ratchford back up, going with his horses. Up front, little skippy gated filly there is Emerald Miss. Now that's a We Will See sister to the Charlie Barley filly we had 3 years ago. Her name was Bourbon and Barley. She did nothing but good for us and our stable and really helped put us on the map. That's her sister. That's the second sibling. They didn't have the mare in foal. They got her back in foal, the We Will See. And the next one after Bourbon and Barley is that filly right there, Emerald Miss. Now I have Inland Beach. Mario has Don't Believe It, Just Watch. And Todd has, who do you have? Excellent Nation? Excellent Nation. Excellent Nation is We Will See also. We have 2 We Will Sees in here. Now my little filly here, it's funny, I bought this filly in PEI. She's a Sunshine Beach. I looked at her pedigree and I said, her pedigree's okay. Girl, her pedigree's okay, but there's a lot of money missing there. And they said, oh, you know, the mare was good. I looked and the mare didn't make that much money. But the problem was, she'd been racing in the Maritimes, and when you pull up this mare's mother, this is the first foal out of her. When you pull up this mare's mother, you will see this filly's mother this is the first foal, and the mother raced in the opens in the Maritimes. You might say, oh, it's the Maritimes. Still tough racing. There's no gimmies anywhere. She was pacing in 56 as a 3-year-old on a half-mile track. Ended up being a very nice filly. She fell down in an accident in the Maritimes and got hurt, I believe. They tried her back a few months later and decided they were going to breed her. And this is the first foal by Sunshine Beach. Her name is Inland Beach. It's a beautiful filly with a beautiful gait. Filly wrecked directly in front of me. It's another well-bred filly. She's a McCardle filly. Her name is McNugget. We bought her out of the select sale. She's a very, very well-bred filly. Pace is nice. She's not big. Neither of these fillies are. She looks exactly like the other stout little filly we had last year in Twinsburg. She ended up making $60,000, I think, and taking a mark of 154 as a 2-year-old filly. Right behind me is Don't Believe It, Just Watch. This is a He's Watching colt. Now, He's Watching was small, so it's not that shocking that this colt is small. And this colt is a homebred by Tommy Riley, and what we did was we had a mare here that we weren't that high on that we ended up trading for that colt. So it was a means to an end for us and a little bit of closure on one, and gave us an opportunity to have a yearling colt also. Him again is Emerald Mist. We talked about her. And then Excellent Nation is in the third, back there in the 5 spot. Excellent Nation is a nice colt, well-bred colt in its own right also. An Ohio-bred pacing colt. So that's the group. We have a Sunshine Beach, a He's Watching, a McCardle, another We Will See colt, and what else do we have? Oh, my horse. What am I talking about? Sunshine Beach. So there's Sunshine Beach, McCardle, a He's Watching, and 2 We Will See's on the track right now. Come on, little girl. Come on. Ah, you're all right. That's a girl. Good girl. A little timid. Obviously, these horses are all green. This is the first time they've ever been in a larger set situation. So obviously, you're going to see a lot of them shying away from things and looking around at the track and trying to figure out what's going on. Some of them get it right away and some of them don't. This filly's a little timid, but she's smart. As you can see, she wasn't long getting around those two. Easy, girl. Easy now. Just relax. I would suspect when somebody passes her, she's going to bolt left a little bit, but we'll see. There's Greg. She wasn't too bad. Somebody had passed us training there. She wasn't too bad. Go around once more or so. A little bit, and then we'll call it a morning for this group. They said first day in these sets, some of them not this filly, but many of them first time with the hobbles on, they get a little tired. We don't want them discouraged, so we'll just go 2.5 miles with them today the right way, and that will be it. Come on, girl, you're all right. Little peanut. Hey, don't be silly. That's a girl. Trying to get money off that horse and Todd or what? Oh, Lord. We're all done now. Let the little filly finish up good. Go get them, girl. Go get them. That's a girl. Easy. Don't overstretch yourself. That's a girl. She got a great gait, this filly. She's not going to hit anywhere. You drive a truck between her front legs. That's a good girl. Oh, 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 oh. That's enough. Are you sure? I was going to ask them. I didn't. I didn't. Might have just kicked the wall last week or something. No, I was very, very happy. Pretty hard not to be happy with the way this filly travels. I know there's a lot of eager people hoping and expecting this filly will be good this year, and there's no reason why she won't. She's got a big, big engine in her. You know, I shouldn't say that she's a big engine in her, but she looks like she could possess a big engine. And great gait, nice long hobble on her for her size. Everybody in here was a little bit small, but did their work really, really well. One that I was a little surprised didn't do the work as well as they should have was Excellent Nation. Now, I haven't got a great look at him, but I was under the impression he was gated well and doing well. So we'll have to take a look. Doesn't seem to be anything wrong with him. Maybe his hobbles are just a little bit long. I'll take a closer look at him, and I'll go with him for the next week and make sure we got him. This is Inland Beach. So, yeah, looking at Excellent Nation, there doesn't appear to be any issues. So we'll, he pulls hobbles in a little bit, and I'll go with him for the next week and see how he looks. And Emerald Miss also, a little skippy gated there. We're going to have to maybe get a closer look at her, too. So it is week one for the drone. It is week one in the sets for these horses. So there's a lot for them to learn. And now that I say it out loud, both of the horses that I just talked about are by We Will See. Real Willie was tough to get gated. He really didn't show me a whole lot till June of his 2-year-old year. And I know for a lot of people looking at Real Willie's program, you're like, he's been a flop. Just been a difficult set of circumstances. He took a mark of 153 and won this summer. He should have more money on his program and been a little more successful. But he hasn't been. But he's racing. He raced well the last 2 weeks. He was 5th both starts. The first time I drove him into a blind switch. And then last week we gave him lots of racing room. He's a little bit flat. And last year, you'll remember the other We Will See we had was CU in Tuscany. And again, he didn't show anything till almost June of his 2-year-old year. So the We Will Sees, I guess, are late bloomers. You kind of got to bite your lip a little bit, let them make their own way through the training program. But we are 100% getting them to races and 100% with them winning races. So I guess we'll just take our time. As I said, that doesn't mean we're going to change what we do. We will pull their hobbles in and work on them a little more. But now, saying it out loud, knowing that we've had 2 We Will Sees in the past that were tough to get going and really took all the way to June to fill into themselves, we'll cut these guys some slack, as they are both by We Will Sees and both seem like they're on the same trajectory as the last 2. So that's it. That's it for set number 5. We'll be coming right back. We only got 4 more. Curtis, you can cut my mic whenever you want. We'll be right back out with set number 6. How was she?
Everybody said it was the single best day of their life, that's right. Love is like a compass, gonna find true north, gonna find you. Love is like a compass, gonna find true north, gonna find you. We had it all. We had it all. Gonna keep you in my heart until you come to me. Keep you on my mind until I breathe in your kiss. Hold you like a promise, hide you like a treasure. You'll be home soon. You'll be home soon. I've been looking for you. Where you been so long? I've been looking for you. Where you been so long? I remember that day in the park when the band tried to play in the pouring rain. And everybody said it was the single best day of their life, that's right. Love is like a compass, gonna find true north, gonna find you. Love is like a compass, gonna find true north, gonna find you. We had it all. We had it all.
Well, we got, I don't know what set this is, 6 maybe? Set 6, get a few more left. I have enjoying my life in here now. This is a filly, one of the more expensive fillies we bought this year. We bought 2 expensive trotting fillies in London. We bought Canadian Titan, who unfortunately was a little sick today and was just not ready to go. She was my top pick of the whole London sale, and from what I've seen so far, I stand squarely behind that. And this filly was actually a little bit more. This is a $44,000 royalty for life filly. Now, this filly is a sister to a standout 2-year-old that Roger Mayotte raced this year in Okeanos, and a filly that Rick Zeron campaigned a few years ago called Lady Dynamite. This is the sister by royalty for life. Her name is Enjoying My Life. She's going to be a big girl. The horse Mario's got is a New York bred trotting filly that we picked up in Morrisville, actually. She's a Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe filly. Her name's Cheatham Dixie. Then up in front here is a Ohio bred filly. But Steve Labonte, he wanted to go with her. Geez, I forget her name. I'll ask Stevie. Stevie, who's that? Spend that money. She's an Uncle Peter, right? Uncle Peter? She's an Uncle Peter filly. She looks like one. She's really got a really pretty gait. Stevie asked to go with her. He was supposed to go with Sometimes Things Happen, who's in behind me with Jason. And he asked to go with this filly. He owns some shares in this filly. So that's also the beautiful thing most of you understand about our site. A lot of our grooms and a lot of our trainers own shares themselves. So it's kind of like WestJet, I guess. Mario owns some shares in Classic Con, and Steve owns some shares in one of our 2-year-olds, and this yearling. Spend that money. In behind me is the horse we bought as a weanling. For those of you out there saying, what happened with Muscle Chrome? Why didn't you sell her? Well, we had a hard line for our own to sell her with. We didn't reach that hard line, so we kept her and retained her. For the people out there concerned about that, just have a look at the filly in behind. She trots beautifully. She's going to have a nice gait. They might say, oh, she's a little small. Okay, sure she is. I see small horses beat big horses all the time. And this filly here, obviously, is very, very well bred. Good looking filly. She's only been broke. Well, both these fillies got broke the same day, I guess. So there's Muscle Chrome and Enjoying My Life. And then back there, who's Todd got? I know Jason has Sometimes Things Happen. Who's that, Todd? Oh, Crazy Mission, my boy. Crazy Mission is the brother to define. That's a brother to define the world. Yeah, by Man of Many Missions. So Define the World has a stake race named after him here. He made $1.6 million and took a mark of 151 under the tutelage of John Bax, and this is his brother. Way later. This is about the 12th foal in the family, but at the money we paid for Crazy Mission, it was pretty hard to decline him. Man of Many Missions was such a prolific family and good brother. Very happy to have him here. How's that guy going, Jason? Okay, well, you can come with me if you want. I'm gonna let this filly trot here for a sec. Come on, girl. Get going. Be 3 wide. Ah, you little bugger. Go on. Enjoying My Life. She trots beautifully, this filly. I guess they say sometimes you get what you pay for. Well, I hope we did. Paid pretty good money for this filly, and she is a dandy. Little goofy, looking at shit on the ground and stuff, but she puts in her head to trot. Wow, she can get at it. Easy, girl. That's a girl. Sometimes Things Happen. I've been corrected 3 times. He's a cash haul. I keep saying he's an Uncle Peter in all my commentaries about him. He's a cash haul. Very, very strong family. Nice colt, and certainly happy to have him. This is the first time I'm actually really getting a good look at him too. I was away when he was broke and started jogging, and I haven't really had a close look at him. Girl, you keep looking at that gate, and we're gonna have problems. A lot of these horses, especially at this track, they know where they come off the track. It's at that far turn That's why I notice a lot of our yearlings for a little while some of them wear Murphy blinds on the outside. That's so they don't get a real good look at that gate, because they get acting up sometimes like she just did right there. You behave yourself. Getting a look here at Muscle Chrome myself. Oh, somebody dropped their whip. Steve did. Come on, Sleepy Todd. My God. Todd's looking to get all the money off their programs today. Come on, Sleepy. Easy. Easy. Stop being bad, girl. Actually, I guess in all fairness to Todd, the crazy mission cult, the man of many missions cult, he actually was gelded the other day. So he hasn't been very, very tight. He hasn't been out in the track very much. He was castrated there about a week ago. So maybe still a little tender in the manly areas. So crazy mission. At the back, he made a few breaks. I guess I can't blame him. Come on, Cromer. Put this little filly in gear here one more time here in a second. Come on. Whoever's beside me is going to get a little check. Come on, girl. Pay attention to your work. You're all right. Don't do that. That just focus is all that is. She's still goofing off. She puts it in her mind to go, though. She can dance. Oh, babe. That's a girl. Easy. You're all right. That's enough for these guys, I guess. Stop looking around. You're out here to work. You can see you're looking over at the sidelines there. Come on, stop being bad. That's a girl. Pay attention to your work. Ah! See your ears perk there. She looks over at the gate. See you're looking at the gate. Don't you do that. Ah, ah, ah. Ah, ah, ah. Down here. That's a good girl. Down here. Ah, 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 ah. Come here. And that's what happens when they look at the gate sometimes. It's also what happens. Behave yourself, girl. Well, you had that coming. Learn to behave. So that's enough. Easy, girl. Yeah. Turn. Turn. Enjoying my life. Turn! Girl. Stop being bad. Turn. 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 That's a good girl. All right, Kurt, you can turn my mic off whenever you want.
When I told you I was gonna give you advice, and if I knew you'd still be here today, I never would have rolled the dice.
Well, we've got two sets left. Seven, 8, 9. This is our last big set. We get two smaller sets coming up quickly for you. This is a very good grouping of trotting fillies, actually, I believe by accident. There's a couple of colts in here, one for sure. So I'll start with mine. I'm up front here with Miss Mischief Maker. Now, many of you saw the video on this filly. She stands off a little bit. Some of the Donatos do. I know Canale Hanover certainly did, the same way this filly does. And he never wore a knee boot, never touched anywhere. So Miss Mischief Maker, she was just about to think about kicking me out of the cart there on the other lap when we first come out. She is a very good looking filly here. This is a first foal, I believe. I keep saying first, might be second. I think the first foal out of a sister to What the Hill. Obviously a very well-bred filly in her own right. Easy, don't be bad, don't be bad. That's a girl, that's a girl. You're all right, you're all right. And we also have in here another Donato Hanover filly. Her name is Just for You and Me. This is a filly that our blacksmith Felix had the brother, and he came to me and wanted to buy the sister. So he kept a big chunk of that filly. She looks awful good right there. So her name is Just for You and Me. Next on the outside is the Trixton filly, classic D. That's not classic Dio, is it? Spirit of Dio. I knew it wasn't classic Dio. Spirit of Dio. This is a Trixton filly we bought in Lexington. She is a giant. She trots very nice also. Fourth outside is Classic Con. That's our Indiana bred. Our Jailhouse, or no, not Classic Con, I'm sorry. That's our Jailhouse Jesse colt. His name. Hey, don't be bad. Don't be bad. Well, what's the name of Stevie's horse there? What's the name of Stevie's horse there? Jailhouse Master. That's a Jailhouse Master is his name. Beside me is one of our highly touted fillies. This is a muscle mass filly named Fox Valley Shazam. We bought her out of the Illinois sale, and Mario had said to me last week, you know, if we had to run her through London, we would have got 4 times that for her. She is a beauty. She's a nice filly. Mare's a little bit old again, something like the 11th foal, but just stacked full of breeding in all 3. I wish I could tell you right now who her siblings were. I know she's well bred, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. And then a filly who just showed up on the sale board. Nobody knew we even had this filly. Her name is Fox Valley Shazam, and she can trot. She is a giant cadaver filly. Time All Farms sent us this filly. Last year we did some business with them and bought 2 in Time All Houdini and Time All Tulo. This year we bought Time All Kazam, who is a brother to Houdini, and the doctor that runs the breeding operation called and said, hey, do you got room for another one? So we have this filly here. She's going to have shares available in the next, I guess, couple of weeks. We get her broken going, get a price on her. He bought her back out of Lexington. He was not happy with his price, so I don't blame him. She is one gorgeous filly. She's a Canabra filly. This is a sister to CT Canabra, the colt that the Jamesons, Jody and Carl and Stephanie campaigned this year and then sold for $95,000 right before the super final. This is the sister. Come on, Stonehands. Girl, behave. Get her moving. Hey, cement hands, you gonna get that horse trotting today or what? Jesus. There he goes. The jailhouse master. We got him trotting now. It's a good looking colt. Just let her trot. Don't fight with her. She's gonna kick you or run. Just get her out in the middle of the track, let her drop her head down, and let her trot. Easy, girl. Don't misbehave. Don't misbehave. That's my girl. This filly here is fast. That's a girl. He's not there anymore. She's looking for the guy that was sitting on the fence. Come on, girl. Go get him. That's a girl. This filly trots way up over her knees. I think we lucked out. I don't think she's going to touch anywhere. Obviously a little early to say, but no, one thing, she doesn't touch her knees. She trots right over top of both of them. Easy, baby. Can this filly trot? Now to hit the brakes, mama. You got them gapped out. Ooh, baby. Take your time. Take your time. You're all right. You're all right. She loves to go fast, too. Pretty hard not to like that. A lot of these horses, when they're switching gears, what'll happen is they'll touch themselves, they'll get a little out of gear, and everybody wants to grab a hold of them. Then they duck their head, and you get fighting with them, and they make a break. A lot of times you're better just to move them over into the middle of the track and let them gather themselves up and move forward. Hit the brakes there, Speedy. This will be our finishing lap. We'll just let them idle down, let the other guys catch up. I like them to go by this filly anyway, so she just relaxes a little bit. She can go fast. She goes great when she's going fast, but you got to get her to that top speed. Easy. It's okay. That's where horses, trotters especially, make breaks, is switching gears. So we often want to teach them to gear down and speed up quickly. Now, the more times you do it right, the better off you're going to be, right? And that's my theory here when we train the horses. We're going to put them in tough spots, but they're faced with that adversity. Another nice Donato filly trotting there. Where are the other two? My God. Todd picked up right where he left off last year. Come on, Todd! Slow poke. Oh my goodness. You want to try passing one more time, girl? Go get them. Go on. Go get them. Go on. Don't look at the gate. Go get the horses. There's a sign of a nice horse. Look, she's way out by the gate, never even looked at it once. She's looking straight ahead at the horses. Go get them. Easy, easy. Can't go that fast yet. So that's a decent group of fillies right here. A good group of fillies, actually. Mario loves this filly up here, this muscle mass. We're not going to have any issues with her hitting her knees. She trots right up over them now. Oh, I guess she can. Easy, sweetheart. So that is a muscle mass with Mario. I had a Donato Hanover, so did Ricky. Jason had the big Cadabra filly, Time Old Dazzle, who just showed up yesterday on the board. We've had her for, well, since the Lexington sale. And then way back there, Sleepy Todd with Spirited Dio and Jailhouse Master. I have to make a mental note to make some driver changes on those two in the future. Anyway, Curtis, you can cut me off. We'll be right back out. We have 2 short sets left. 4 and 4. We have an addition, a horse that I brought a horse here to break for a client of ours. And since my filly Globetrotting is scratched out of the last, I opted to move her. She's been in the harness for 3 days. So she's very, very green. She doesn't have shoes on, but we're gonna let her get out and get a look at the sets here today. Her name is, something Kate. Titanic Kate, I think is her name. Or Dynamic Kate, Titanic Kate. Anyway, she's in the last set. We got the 8th set coming out here. We'll be done here in about 35 minutes.
Sunsets. The fresh wind in your face. Sunsets. The fresh wind. Sunsets and the fresh wind.
Well, here it is. It's the second last set of the morning / afternoon. You can imagine we're lucky to get this many horses in one day. It's a lot of work. But this is our 8th set. 4 horses, short little set here. I have my number 1 pick, maybe of the entire stable of the year, definitely in Ohio. And that is Rose Run Valiant. Now, if you watch him close, you'll see he gets on the right line in the turns. A little splint right front that we're working on. Usually what we like to do with the splints is cool them out, then we'll put our own blister on them, cool that out, get it all off, and then we'll cry out. Make sure we get a good hold of it. So this guy here, beautiful trotter, big horse. Obviously, he's a full brother to Catch the Dream and Sultan of Cash. For a little bit for both of you groups out there, if you're in Ontario, you know who Catch the Dream is, unless you live under a rock. Catch the Dream's been one of the better overnight horses in Ontario. It's slowing down a little bit now, but he's closing in on $1 million, I believe. This colt took America 52, maybe 51 a piece, definitely 52 a piece. Bruce McDonald has campaigned him forever, and he's just been a great horse for Bruce and for Mardon Stables. This is the full brother right here. His name is Rose Run Valiant. He's also a full brother, those of you watching it from Ohio. You know, last year, the number 1 trotting colt in Ohio was Sultan of Cash. Just happens to be a full brother to him also. This is a Cash Hall full brother to both Catch the Dream and Sultan of Cash. Sitting in the 2-hole there with Todd. That's the closest Todd's been to the bins in the front all day. That is really blue chip. That's our $31,000 purchase, credit winner purchase out of Goshen. So I'm sure maybe Scott Domenico is watching today, or some of the other clients. Maybe Paul Johnson in England is watching today. He owns a piece of this filly. Up front is an Ohio-bred trotter, an Uncle Peter, that I absolutely loved in the sale, the select sale. His name is Yours If You Want It. Now, we bought him for much less than I thought he would. Black Magic Racing has bought into that colt. We thought that would be a $30,000 or $40,000 colt, but as soon as he came in the ring and they announced he was a Ridgeling, oh my, people didn't want him all of a sudden. Well, the good news is he's not a Ridgeling anymore. We had him operated on and took those testicles out. A Ridgeling, for those of you who don't know, is when the testicles are not dropped down. They're up inside the horse's stomach. They can be attached to the stomach wall, the wall in there, and it can be painful for some of them. So it's a problem. We had him operated on, took them out, all healed up, ready to go. That is Yours If You Want It. He's sitting in the 2-hole, and beside me, most of you who have been following us for a year know who Knockdown Dragout is. This filly is an absolute knockout. She is a beautiful filly. She's a Sebastian K that we bought as a weanling. She's a yearling now, and she is all kinds of fast. So Knockdown Dragout's right beside me with Mario. I have the big colt, Rose Run Valiant. Todd somehow found his way to the front end today with really blue chip, and Yours If You Want It is in the 2-hole. So there's 4 of us on the track, 1 more set. I'm gonna give Todd a little scare here with the big colt. Come on, big boy, go get him. Go get them. Uh-oh, don't do that. He's another colt, looks at that gate sometimes. I think he might be a Rose Run gelding here by Christmas time. But he is fast. We're gonna show him off here in a second. Come on, big boy. Go get them. I know your splint's bothering you a little bit. Hey, behave yourself. Behave yourself. There you go. Get! Now he hit his best stride. There you go. Now behave. Take it easy. Not the elite lop. This thing can absolutely fly. He's got his head in the game. Obviously, these horses the first time, but you can tell just a little focus. Get to the turn. See him crank his head to the right a little bit. That splint's biting him. Squares himself up. He'll trot right through this turn. Come on, bud. I'd say Mario came with me. He's in behind me. Behave yourself. Good boy. There's the big filly. Oh, he likes that. You want her, go get her. See if you can catch her. Get over here out of the ditch. Come on. Stop being silly. There you go. Come on. Uh-oh. Don't be looking at her. It's another guy that doesn't miss anything on the track. Finish it off then. Finish off your work. You can tell this colt is all power. Whoa, boy. Whoa, that's my fault. I know. I spooked you. That's my fault. There you go. That's enough. That's enough, big guy. Like a horse that's smart enough. He just pauses when he gets to the turn to square himself up in the turn, and then he powers through it. A lot of trotters, what they'll do, they'll get to the turn, they'll try and power into the turn, they'll touch themselves in the quarter on the front of the ankle or down on the pastern, and they'll get all hot and make a break. That's where you see them do it. This guy's smart enough. He's kind of just drops himself into neutral, squares himself out, and powers through the turn, and I like to see that. Obviously, my only concern for today is that splint. We'll get that cryo up this week, and it won't be a problem after that. Actually, that's a lie. I'm not going to cryo it this week. We'll probably blister it one more time, cool it out, and then we'll cryo it. Make sure we get rid of it once and for all. So that's a 7th set. Got some nice trotters here. We got knockdown, drag out, really blue chip. Yours if you want it, or if you want to. Which it is, yours if you want to. One or the other. And obviously this is Rose Run Valiant. Look, it's a nice horse to say, and this is definitely one. Certainly no complaints with this guy. I think he's squarely still in my number 1 slot. Moving forward. Easy, big guy. Easy. You can cut my mic, Kurt, if you want.
said it was the single best day of their life, that's right. Love is like a compass, gonna find true north, gonna find you. Love is like a compass, gonna find true north, gonna find you. We had it all. We had it all. Gonna keep you in my heart until you come to me. Keep you on my mind until I breathe in your kiss. Hold you like a promise, hide you like a treasure. You'll be home soon. You'll be home soon. I've been looking for you. Where you been so long? I've been looking for you. Where you been so long? I remember that day in the park when the band tried to play in the pouring rain. And everybody said it was the single best day of their life, that's right. Love is like a compass, gonna find true north, gonna find you. Love is like a compass, gonna find true north, gonna find you. We had it all. We had it
This is it. This is number 9. 9 sets. Jesus, I think we went with like 50 some horses today. So the one I'm going with is obviously not globetrotting. Globetrotting's as big as a bus. Globetrotting at a temperature today and was coughing. So I was going to sit out the last set, and then I said, hey, what about Steve Palermo's horse? So once in a while, we'll take some horses on. I mean, we want to help our clients out as much as we can. And this filly, she had no handling at all, none. And was very, very green, very rough around the edges. And I told Steve that we'd break her in for him and Steve Bosson's. She's ready to pick up now on the track. She's great. Getting to the track a little silly sometimes, but that's the nature of the beast. She's a little fireball. Her name is Titanic Kate, I believe. She's an EL Titan filly. She's got no shoes on whatsoever. A lot of these horses come with shoes on up front, especially the trotters. They need a little weight sometimes to get them gaited. That filly in particular, beside me, one of our best bred horses, that's a Donato Hanover sister to Charmed Life, was racing in the Breeders' Crown. That's her sister right there. Charmed Life took America, 152, 153, made 1 point something million, 3 million, 4 million. Just a fantastic mare. She was a great mare for John Bax. She was a great mare for Dave Maneri, and I think Renee Allard has her now, if I'm not mistaken. And that is her half-sister right ahead of us in Nancy Allison, who a filly, another we talked about earlier, how you don't know what's going to happen at the sales. We did that filly's video about 4 hours before she went in the ring at Lexington. And here, girl, don't do that. Don't do that. Hey, don't do that. About 4 hours before the sale, we did the video on Nancy Allison, and then she went in the... And I had said when she went in the ring, I said, or when we did her video, I said, it's nice to video horses like this. I don't think there's any possible way we can afford Nancy Allison. And it wasn't 4 hours later we purchased her for $22,000. Just a lull in the sale or whatever happened, she slipped through. She's perfectly correct. She trots beautiful. She actually looks like Charmed Life, as Mario just said. And she's a beautiful filly. The filly up there on the red and white driver, Todd Ratchford, that is, my girl's starting to get angry. That filly up there is Heavenly Skies. She's a filly that we bought and broke. She's going to actually go to Blair Burgess, just down the street from us at another farm. One of Blair's owners bought the horse, and Blair was wondering if he could train it, and obviously he didn't get in the Hall of Fame in 2 countries for nothing. Blair's a fantastic trainer, and he is going to be taking over the duties on Heavenly Skies very soon. And the other colt out there is an Uncle Peter colt, and his name is Talking Peter. He's a beautiful colt also. And this here is Titanic Kate. Now, it's not Kate's fault. Kate's had the harness on 3 days. She was never, ever handled that much. She doesn't have any sale prepper in her. She was really fiery, still is really fiery, and tough to get her gaited with no weight on up front. I wish we had some heavier shoes on her, but at the end of the day, she wasn't supposed to be out here today. Just with globetrotting being scratched, I said, why don't we throw the big filly out, let her trot out here today. So I brought Titanic Kate out to show Steve. Now, she's not doing a whole lot but galloping right now, but she knows what her work is and she likes it. Easy girl, take your time. She's just really sharp. I think she's more frustrated these other horses are trotting away than anything else. See if we can get her gaited a little bit and let her trot. There you go, girl. There you go, there you go, there you go. Now she's trotting. She looks great. The other thing is too, when they start jogging on these course tracks, sometimes 3 or 4 or 5 days no shoes on is a little tough. You look at horses in Europe race with no shoes on, but these are babies, and she doesn't have a lot of foot to work with anyway. She might be a little tender, a little foot sore also, the big girl. Girl, let's go, come on. That's a girl. Good girl, you're all right. You're all right. You're all right. You're all right. Now, the main point is to get work into them. We'll get her shot, and then Steve can take her down to London. And hopefully she ends up being a really nice filly because she's a well-bred filly. She's a beautiful little thing. And she's got a beautiful gait when she trot. I think with the on, all she do is trot. She's not going to interfere anywhere or do anything like that. So I think this is just a combination of being very green, being very, she's on up front. There you go, girl. You're trotting now. Take your time. You're all right. That's a girl. Take it easy, sweetie. You don't gotta get worked up. Very good girl. There you go. Yeah, she'll trot for about 5 strides and canter a little bit. Those things happen. But getting her taught to come to the track and behave on the track and be a good girl. That's what our job is, and we've accomplished that. Easy little girl. Trot now, see if we can get a full lap into her. Here comes the drone. Easy, sweetie. And this is Titanic Kate. Now she's trotting. Get her thawed out a little bit, the big girl. Easy, sweetie. Definitely a pretty little girl. She's gonna have a nice little gait to her too. She'll canter when they come out of the turn. She hasn't learned how to switch her leads yet. And oh no, she's not gonna. Oh, good. Easy, sweetie. That's a good girl. Most of these horses, they get out here and they get bouncing around. You know, they're playful. Once they realize what they're supposed to do and what they can do on the track, you see her ears come forward now. She's happy to be out here. A lot of them like doing their work. So, this is Titanic Kate. This is Steve Palermo's filly. She's here just to be broke in and get some experience, and then we'll send her down to Steve Boston's in London. Steve does a great job with the babies also. Over there on the track, they're all finishing up now. Nancy Allison, the sister to the Great Charmed Life. Then we have Heavenly Skies, who is an Archangel filly we picked up in Lexington, and Talking Peter, a colt we had bought in the Ohio Select. So, last four, we had five scratches today. 5 scratches today. The various things. 2 of them are getting OCDs out, and really don't need to be out, but they've already jogged them and going good. Zed is one. He's scheduled to have his OCDs taken out Halloween. So there's another scratch. I think that horse is just actually sick. So I think we have 3 sick ones and 2 slated for surgeries. Easy, girl. And that'll be it. So that's it. That's drone day. First day of droning here, 2018. The last one on the track, one of our top prospects on the front there, Nancy Allison. Right behind is Talking Peter. Heavenly Sky taking up the back end. And this is Titanic Kate learning how to be a good little girl on the track. Okay, Kurt, you can cut my mic anytime. Come on, sweetie.